Today on The Young and the Restless, Victor makes his case to Adam. Lily shoots down Nikki's attempt to make peace, and Abby probes Victor for wedding details. All products and services featured are independently chosen by editors. However, soaps.com may receive a commission on orders placed through its retail links, and the retailer may receive certain auditable data for accounting purposes. Abby and Devin are on the patio of Crimson Lights discussing all the wedding cakes that they tested. She only had little bites, but he wouldn't let whole slices go to waste. He's going to leave it to her to decide if they want red velvet or the lemon cake. Nate strolls in and joins them, mentioning that he noticed their invitations do not contain the location of the wedding venue. They admit it's a mystery to them too. Victor offered to plan it for them when their venue choice fell through. Nate isn't sure that her father can be trusted. He's a man of mystery. Abby is going to see Victor to try to resolve this. Kissing Devin, she exits. Nate tells Devin that it already looks like they are on their honeymoon. He wonders how Abby will feel when she hears about what Victor did to Lily. Devin admits that he hasn't filled the bride-to-be in on that, and this venue situation has him stuck. However, he will be sure to let Victor know what he thinks about what he's done after the wedding. The cousins worry about Lily being determined to go up against Billy and Victor at the same time. They both deserve to go down, but Victor will play hardball. Devin doesn't even think this is a fight worth fighting and won't be good for Lily's reputation. The best thing they can do is convince her to drop this and come back to work with them at Winters. Lily walks into the athletic club and spots Billy drinking at the bar. She avoids him, but he strides over to her table to confront her about going to Jill behind his back. Lily says she knows his mother gave him an ultimatum to make things right. How is he going to do that? Sitting down uninvited, Billy suggests she not get her hopes up. His plans in no way involves bringing her back to the company. "I'll settle for watching your mommy drag you out by your ears," she says. Billy claims he gave her every opportunity to be partners. As they bicker, Lily tells him to enjoy the power before his mom comes back to town and takes it away. Billy complains that she always gets other people to fight her battles for her. Lily thinks he's jealous that people want to help her when Phyllis is all he has. After they argue about who will be the one to gloat in the end, Billy stomps off. Nikki approaches and asks Lily if she can join her. Lily has nothing to say to her. The Newman still wants to talk and sits down. "Why should I listen to any more of your lies?" asks Lily. Nikki wants them to have the conversation Catherine would want them to have. When Lily accuses her of using Catherine to manipulate her, Nikki points out it's what her friend would have done too. They rehash how Victor lied to Lily, and Nikki adds she didn't tell her anything untruthful. "I was played by both of you," Lily declares. Nikki regrets this and wants to try to undo the damage. "You really think I am going to work with you after what you did?" Lily asks. Nikki offers her perks and a higher salary, but that's not what this is about for Lily, who declares that no price can be put on what she did for the company. When Nikki suggests they could do great things together, Lily spits back that Nikki should admit she can't do the job without her. Newman Media is a mom-and-pop shop compared to Chancellor. She's sure that Nikki knows she can't do the job by herself. The Newman repeats that she would prefer to do this with her. Dismissing this, Lily says it would be a step down for her. She adds that Nikki is in no position to offer anyone anything at Chancellor. "If you'll excuse me, this is my table." Lily prods. After Nikki has departed, Nate and Devin arrive. They ask Lily to come back to Winters. She reminds them she's already refused this offer a few times. She appreciates being wanted but isn't giving up her fight for Chancellor. Lily reveals that she's spoken to Jill about Billy's bad management. She'll be in town for the wedding and will be taking stock. Lily is determined to undermine Billy every chance she gets and get back into the company. She's confident that Jill would rather put her in charge than risk losing everything to Victor. Devin and Nate think her plan is a long shot. Devin still thinks she should come back to Winters. That's what their father would want. He promises that he would never disrespect her the way that Victor and Billy have, and notes that even if she got Chancellor back, the battle wouldn't end. As Devin repeats that she belongs with her family, Nate gets another message from Amy Lewis. It says she'll be in town tomorrow. He explains to his cousins that when he went to see her, she gave him father's stuff. Soon she wants to know something. Nat says the only thing she said is that she has something to tell him. Adam is summoned into Victor's office at Newman. He commends his son on his latest article about the havoc that Billy has been causing at Abbott Chancellor. Adam assumes he called him in to grease the wheels on the plot to use Kyle against Jack. His father suggests he pour them a drink while he explains why he is going after Jack. He claims that he is trying to protect his family. They almost lost Nikki because of Jack's stupid stunt. He nearly killed the love of his life. Adam is sure Jack was only doing what he felt was necessary to save Nikki, but admits that if someone he loved was put at risk like that, he might feel the same way his father does. As Victor crosses his arms, his son explains that he and Sally have split up and it's his fault. He did something they won't be able to come back from. Victor immediately assumes this is connected to Chelsea. He can see they have grown closer while caring for Connor. Adam is explicit that they are not back together. Well, it is just a matter of time, his father concludes. He thinks Chelsea is far better suited for his son than Sally. The ordeal with Connor has changed her, which just proves it always comes back to family. Pacing, Adam says he can understand why his dad wants revenge on Jack, but he sees things differently. He warns Victor that Kyle will let him down. Victor knows that but doesn't care because he's not his son. Adam suggests he uses family to get people to do his bidding. He assures his father that he has his loyalty, and adds that he will follow the company line as long as it doesn't mean taking direct shots at Jack and his family. When Abby wanders in, Adam takes off. Father and daughter immediately start discussing the wedding. She's sure it will be a wonderful day, but they need to talk about who will walk her down the aisle. She'd love it if he and Ashley did it together. Abby explains that her mother's recovery in Paris is going well, and she should be home soon. Now that they know who is walking her down the aisle, she'd like to know what kind of aisle it is. Will she be riding a miniature horse down it? Will it be indoors or out? Telling her he adores her, Victor says she only needs to hold onto his arm and her mother's and she will be fine. Abby keeps digging for details, but he remains evasive. Nikki arrives as Abby continues pleading. She tells Abby she doesn't know anything about her wedding either. Declaring this isn't over, Abby walks out. Victor tells Nikki he will be walking his daughter down the aisle with Ashley. His wife updates him that she just spoke to Lily. Victor guesses that Lily has called Jill to tattle on how incompetent Billy is and make her an ally. He predicts that Jill will strip away Billy Boy's power. As they sit at his table, Nikki guesses this is all more personal to him than usual. She worries about what this will do to Johnny and Katie. Her husband thinks Billy will go off to lick his wounds and they'll all be better off. Nikki thinks he may be out for payback. That's not scaring Victor, who's sure there's nothing Billy can do to hurt them. He won't let anything happen to their grandchildren either. Once the dust is settled, he will also see that Lily is all right. Sally walks into the jazz lounge and finds Billy sitting at the bar alone. He guesses things aren't good for her. She says it's nothing alcohol can't fix. They decide to dispense with the commiserations and she orders a shot. Soon, the bar is lined with shots. As they drink, Billy asks where she learned her skills. Sally explains that she grew up in a carnival and they didn't have a drinking age. He admires her and the life that she's managed to build for herself. They toast to that. As they get drunker, Sally confesses that she learned to drive in a clown car when she was 8. At that point, she decides it's time to call it a night. Since she can hardly stand, he offers to wobbly walk her up to her suite. Billy and Sally stumble to the door of her suite, slurring and making carny jokes. Sally tells him he's chivalrous and funny too. Billy's glad he made her smile. It's a beautiful smile. They kiss.